What in the world? Hello, good morning, guys. Hello. It's High Priestess Jamila, and happy Sunday to you all. I am getting some stuff organized here, so you guys will probably hear me kind of rambling through. I already got done with one side of this thing. I'm pulling out herbs because, and I need to get these tarot decks organized. Oh my God. It's not a priority though to get these organized, but I can see that I can at least see them because I just kind of have them from at the bottom of this thing. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. All right. So I wanted to start out with with messages from Saint Michael, the Archangel. And I wanted to come and tell a lot of you guys that even if you practice Satanism, you have every right to work with Saint Michael. And probably a lot of people kind of don't understand that as to why you would need to do that. I think that it depends on what you are dealing with spiritually. I think it's on a person by person basis. But that doesn't mean that, you have to worry about somebody getting upset. I personally feel like this. I feel that when some people say that you can't work with multiple deities at the same time or they don't work well together, I think that that is a part of that person's own journey, and it could either be right for them, or maybe there's some things that they need to balance, or maybe there's some other things that they need to look deeper into. As someone that has been doing spiritual work for people and just delving very deep into my spiritual stuff for years, I can tell you that that could be what the issue is. So messages in particular from the group, for the group, from Saint Michael. And so Saint Michael, I love him so much. He came in at a time right now, at this very moment in time, to where I, as a practitioner, am dealing with a lot right now. And so he kept coming to me in my cards. He kept coming to me in my readings, and finally, the way that Saint Michael came through for me was that he just, it was like, oh, there you are, okay. And so a lot of people would like to compare Saint Michael with Jesus Christ. I personally think that Saint Michael is Jesus Christ in a lot of the ways, but we feel more comfortable with calling him Saint Michael. I have always said that I feel that Jesus Christ is a manifestation of an angel, of a guardian angel, of a helping angel. And so, yeah, you can think of it as however you want. Okay. He came to me, and sometimes Saint Michael doesn't always have to be a male. Saint Michael can be of a female apparition. It depends on what it, like I said, it depends on you and how you look at it. Um, I personally, do I feel that he's genderless? It's a possibility. It's not even really important to me. Um, and so his message is that if anybody messing with you, he coming for him with his sword. Saint Michael is a huge angel, a huge angel, very, very powerful. There has been apparitions of Saint Michael. I love looking at those videos of Saint Michael. Um, the way that I can see him sometimes is if you were to imagine Earth with these huge wings covering the Earth, that's Saint Michael. Okay. Now, do I believe that there are people on this earth that have an interest in getting rid of Saint Michael or trying to like block his energy out? I do think so because I've actually stumbled across videos of people, even just recently, people that, and you know, it's okay for you to reject these deities. It's okay for you to do that. Like, but the way they make it seem like is that they're going to destroy a deity. And I think that that is delusional. But, you know, I do think that there are some people that are like that. When it comes to St. Michael, he's letting you know right now that anybody that is doing anything to bring you great harm, that he is going to cover you, especially if you are a good person. What is a good person? Okay, let me give you an example. And I'm going to have to make a TV show reference for this one. um Charmed. Y'all remember Piper's husband, the angel Leo? And do you remember when the higher ups had done something to where somebody in the angel realm or some kind of person was trying to harm Leo's family, which was Piper and his children? Leo immediately went up there to defend his family. And the guy asked him, the one that was trying to destroy his family, he said, Leo, what are you doing? And Leo said, I am committing a great evil. Now, was Leo an evil man, an evil angel? No, Leo was amazing. Okay. So he kind of reminds me of Saint Michael because, you know, Leo was married to a witch. Saint Michael has been long, like for, I mean, forever has been a guardian angel for witches and pagans and different people. I know that there is certain, you know, religions and stuff that like to demonize paganism and they like to sort of claim these particular angels and spirits and stuff, such as Jesus Christ as well. They just kind of claim them, and everybody kind of believes it. So if you are a witch, you have every right to work with Saint Michael, especially, first of all, if you're a witch and you need to do a hex or you need to do some chaos work on somebody that will not leave you alone. All of us witches understand that anything personal that we personally make a decision to involve ourselves with, or we all have our own personal stuff to deal with. We do. So a lot of witches know how to look inward and we know how to self analyze without going outside of that and being a tyrant to other people. Okay. So I believe that this is how the Wiccan religion was born because honestly, you know, you can get somewhere in this world without having to harm people. The people that are being harmed or they claim they're being harmed are the people that are trying to stand in your way. They are trying to stand in your way. They are trying to create your paths or either put trickster spirits and bad things and bad energy into your path that can cause you harm and destruction. So if you are a witch and you have had to say, hey, listen, you have had to assert yourself. You have had to put up boundaries. You have had to do things because you were not pursuing that. You were not a trespassing witch. You weren't. You were somebody that just was manifesting and doing your thing with your ancestors and you wasn't bothering nobody. And then somebody rolled up and said, oh, I'm here to cause destruction or either rob you or do things to you or try to take from you energetically or try to take from you, take your possessions from you. And you said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to defend myself. And then that is where Saint Michael comes in. Okay? Because you have every right. Okay? Nobody has the right to just say, "Oh, you're a witch, so I just get to do you any kind of way." So that's Saint Michael's energy. That's how he feels about it. He feels like right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and what's right is right. And you know, he doesn't necessarily like or agree with people trying to judge witches. He actually is on the side of witches a lot, especially right now with witches being discriminated against when it comes to getting mortgages, houses. I personally think that when you go and you fill out a mortgage application, or either if you are applying for something, that you should be included. You should be able to say, if somebody says, what do you do for a living? I am a witch. No, instead, we have to come up with these fancy terms: life coach, spiritual counselor, whatever. Okay. They don't want to recognize us, even though they can create whatever they want. And a lot of these things are necessary. Okay. But let's get past that. Let's roll past that real quick. So Saint Michael wants you to know that if you need justice, if you're seeking justice, if you are having problems dealing with corruption, dealing with attacks, dealing with abuse, he is there for you. He is right there by your side, especially if you are anywhere near my group, or if you are a client and he is telling you to not fear, that he is there for you and he is going to make sure. Now, Saint Michael is a guardian angel. So I've been doing guardian angel work for my clients and my group. And I plan to make sure, I just got to get things squared away, that I'm going to make sure that I keep my Archangel Michael um, altar set up, because it's just way too much going on. And people still have not learned their lesson, as far as trying to judge people, trying to judge others, judging wrongly, so that can come from any side of the fence, whether or not you're a male or a female. The unfair judgment, the unfair treatment, and so that's why he literally was, I saw his wings flapping outside of my window. He actually came to me as a stink bug. I shit y'all not. He came to me as a stink bug. So over here in Georgia, we get stink bugs. Okay. And it's a lot of them, especially if you live in a wooded area. And whenever a stink bug gets into the house, you can hear it buzzing, but you can't always see it. And so I was looking up, I'm sitting here writing out petitions, getting work done. And I look up and I hear something buzzing. And I said, oh God, it's one of them stink bugs. So I knew it was in the window. Now, stink bugs is a sign that somebody is trying to send you bad energy, or there's danger ahead or something. Okay. It means that there's some negative forces against you, but also a stink bug at the same time represents getting help, represents overcoming it. And then stink bugs also are a positive sign of perseverance and strength. So I go over to the window, and so I vacuum them up, because I I don't want to deal with, like, smashing them, because I've had them crawl on me and it's kind of like I've had them sort of molest me before. It felt like I was being molested because I was sitting there. All of a sudden, it was a stink bug, and so of course I vacuumed him up because But when I opened the window shade, it was literally the granddaddy of stink bugs. I mean, this was a large stink bug, and the body looked like the shape of armor. It was almost shaped like y'all know that that thing. Hold on, guys, give me a second. I plug in my phone. Y'all know that rune that represents protection. Its body was shaped like that. I mean, it was really, really crazy. And when I opened the blind, it like jumped at me, but sprung right back, like and then went right back. And so that's, I was like, whoa. And so I vacuumed him up. I thanked him for his presence. I apologized that I had to vacuum him up. I wished him to rest in peace. And it was definitely a sign of Saint Michael. I feel that that's one of his signs is flying bugs. Or maybe if you see a fly or a butterfly or either a moth or something, that can be a sign of Saint Michael, from my experiences. Okay. And I wanted to assure y'all of that, especially if you are a client or in my circle, because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of unnecessary evil is happening. And sometimes evil is necessary, what people would call evil. Okay. What people would call evil. Sometimes it's necessary. There's a lot of unnecessary evil, just people being evil for no damn reason. A lot of inconsolable spirits roaming around the earth, and a lot of inconsolable people. Are we here to judge those people? No, we're not. God only knows what those people have went through. God only knows. I know a lot of different people and I know their story. I know people that have lost their children. I could not even imagine how that would feel, how deeply depressing that would be. So there's a lot of people out there that are suffering and going through it. And some of those people are on the attack. Okay. And so what can you do but defend yourself? What can you do? Okay. So he's letting you guys know that he's there for the defense, to make sure that you are defensive, being defended. I know that I ran into an unshady character last week that was supposed to be somebody that was supposed to be um, somebody that was supposed to be balanced. It was an older person. From what I could see, that person possibly they lost their wife. A very older person that lost their wife. And so that may be a painful experience. I've been in love. I've seen people in love. I'm subscribed to a couple of older people on YouTube, and they look so cute. And I just, love can be wonderful and it can be a splendid thing. But if you lose that person, it would be equivalent to losing a child. I think it would be equivalent to pain that you would suffer. And there are people out there that are going through it and they're taking it out on people. Okay, so all you can do is defend yourself. That's all you can do. So Saint Michael is there for your defense. He is on the job because, sometimes if you are going through grief and you're grieving, these people are grieving, and the way that they look at it, they're angry, they're upset, they're very, very, very sad. And they're thinking, you know what? I am suffering and I've got to make somebody else suffer right now. I don't care. These people are lucky that I don't murder them. These people are lucky that I don't snatch their lives or snatch their purses. or, especially when it comes to spirituality, there are a lot of people that are hurting and they're doing black magic, and that does not mix. Hurting and doing black magic and knowing black magic does not mix. You're hurting bad, you're upset, and you can't get back at the person that hurt you. You can't make this right with that person. So you've got to go out there and find a victim. And this is what's happening a lot. Okay. Hey, 1EQL. Hey, sister. So this is what we're doing for protection and defense, because technically none of you have anything to do with whatever those people are going through. It's not your fault. And that's exactly what's happening. That's why people are attacking you. If you're wondering why people are attacking you, I don't care how hard they try to seem. I don't care if they try to make it seem like they're just goofy and they're clowning and they're laughing and they're no, that person is suffering. That person is hurting. Deep, deep, deep hurt and pain. And they have to try to victimize somebody. And whether or not they do it through smear campaigns, lies, deception, attacking you. Some of them are doing it via violence. Some of them are doing it via black magic. And it just is what it is. I've been doing a lot of murder investigating stories. And this man just recently killed a friend of his because she rubbed his ear and it reminded him of his ex, he claimed. She just rubbed his ear and he killed her, is what he claims. So we got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of evil. And you know what? It's not to say that you can't live. Yeah, you can live. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Before St. Michael was invoked, it was complete and total chaos. And so hopefully Monday morning, we're going to see some law and order. We're going to see order. We're going to see justice. We're going to see people saying, hey, I shouldn't have done that to you. I should have helped. I should have been accountable. I should have been understanding. I shouldn't have been that way. Okay. So, yeah. So that I wanted to come and assure y'all of that. And he's saying that, if you have some things going on, if you have some fears, destructive energies that have been pit against you, no matter how they have. He's saying that, he's protecting a lot of you guys from injustices, in particular with you guys' court cases and stuff, because that's very important when you enter into that courtroom for you to get justice and for the law, especially if you are to be protected, for that law to be to protect you. Because yes, the story does matter. Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Raina. Hello. So I wanted to come and tell y'all that I am going to be doing 2 rituals for you guys. I'm just waiting on some stuff to get here. Number one is a cord cutting. So I'm going to be I don't think I'm going to do the full ritual to show you guys like a multiple cord cutting, like cord cutting yourself from multiple people from the past, whether or not they're exes. A lot of us have, I mean, let's face it, a lot of people in this world were not virgins up until we got married and we only been with one person. I personally would have preferred for it to have been that way, or I never to have been touched at all. If I were not going to find my true husband, I would rather just die a virgin, honestly. Okay. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. But a lot of y'all possibly have had 1 or 2 lovers where where you may be carrying that baggage from them. And so we are going to be doing a cord cutting ritual. I'm going to show it to you guys. And I actually have cord cutting rituals available on the website now. So there's one cord cutting ritual that is a cord cutting from one person, and that one's new and up on the website. And then there's another one on there that's a little bit more pricier, it's a lot more pricier. But it's a cord cutting from multiple people. Okay. So basically, if you've had more, I would say if you've had between, if it would depend on your sexual partners or whatever. Some people have more sexual partners in the past than others. If you somebody that has been with a lot of people, a lot. Thank you, Raina. Oh, I appreciate the flee. You are so sweet. Thank you. If you are someone that has been with a lot of people, so that would be an 11 candle ritual, which means that 10 candles would represent those lovers, and then and then the one candle would represent you doing the cord cutting. So that's going to be interesting seeing that if I ever see somebody with that. But a lot of you guys that may not have had so many, but you've had a few, you may be carrying baggage and spirits with you. And then let's face it, let's be honest here. A lot of men, when they make love to you, they have a intent to dump their bad energy on you. This is how, when you deal with a man, how sometimes your life can sort of go downhill. Now, that doesn't mean that it's always a man's fault, but I think that this is one of those things to where if you have done everything and you are a practitioner and you do certain things and you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. I have a deadline, time is of the essence. Oh my God, I need to deal with this. What is going on? Then this is one of the things that you may have to do. You may have to do a cord cutting. And I think that it ain't just to your current ex, because you can't just dump off everything on them. It's got to be to, who all have you been with? Cut the cord. Clear yourself of that energy. Now that does involve possibly sending that bad energy back to that ex. And they might not like that. They may not like that at all. But it is what it is. Why should you carry their baggage? Now, we can all say, oh, let's send it back with love and light, which I think that you should with your ex lovers. I think that you should. But that's not up to you. That's up to them and God. So people need to quit being lazy and actually start looking at what spirit is saying. Okay. I know it for a fact that a lot of you women are carrying baggage and spirits and negativity from the men that you've been with. It's not that they're sending you anything. It's not that they're attacking you. They're inside of you. And some of their energy can stay inside of you for a lifetime. So when you clear yourself of that stuff, it makes life a lot easier for you. It does. Okay. Now, that may not be all that it is, you might need a cleanse of the chakras. I do believe in the chakras. Not everybody believes in the chakras, and not everybody works with the chakra system. I personally do. Even if it's not real, which I believe that it is, I think that it's an excellent way of gaining control over your body, your mind, your body, and your spirit. Okay. So, it's the core cuttings are not a cleanse. So I think that if things are really bad, I think that a cleanse could possibly be needed at the same time. So if you go to the website, you'll see my core cutting for one person and then the core cutting for multiple people. Okay. So I'm going to be showing you guys a multi-person core cutting today. But I will be live. It'll be way later on in the evening, probably, when I go live. I'm gathering up herbs right now to show you guys a very powerful money unblocker ritual. Okay? Is a money unblocking ritual the same thing as a hex breaker? The answer is no. Is it the same as a curse reversal? The answer is no. In fact, when you look at the energies of a curse reversal, it works very, very differently. The actual alchemical and what's happening spiritually is different. Because what you're doing is you're doing like a reset. You are turning back time when you do a reversal. That's what you're doing. You're turning back time. Okay, that's why it's kind of difficult for people to do curse reversals. Um, I used to do them a lot in my subconscious, but when spirit really showed me, and I think it's very interesting, when spirit actually showed me what happens when you reverse a curse, it's like you're spinning backwards. It's like you go back to where that curse attached to you, you get rid of it, and you come back into current time without the curse. It's like you're reversing it off of you. It's not it's like it seems like you're spinning, but it's actually the world spinning around you. It is cold out here, y'all. It's chilly as hell. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to come outside real quick. It's like the world is spinning around you, and that's how you end up clearing yourself of curses. With an unblocker, totally different energy. Okay, a money unblocker is simply going to unblock your money. Okay, so for example, if somebody were to purposely block your money, they're not going to go and say, "Oh, I curse your money." I mean, it's the same thing as a curse, but more than likely, they're going to put up blocks and boundaries. Okay, so I am going to be doing a live money unblocker ritual for you guys, and that's actually available on the website for $666. If you guys are interested in a money unblocker, you guys can contact me for a consultation. They're only $666. Now, my curse reversals are $555 right now. Okay. Um, I've been doing the repeating numbers sequences lately. I'm going to switch completely over to doing that again because numbers hold power. I mean, especially when you're manifesting. Okay. So that is available on the website. I encourage you guys to consult with me if you guys want work done like that. And so a lot of people would say, well, Jamila, why would I come to you and pay you $666 to remove a money unblocker if I had $666? If I got $666, surely I won't need a money unblocker. Okay, so let's ask yourself a question. I want you to look around. Nobody's lifestyle, hardly, on this planet, unless we need to turn the heat on. It's cold. It got cold outside, y'all. Can you bring that other stuff up here, Jakey Bakey? Can you bring my other bags, please? Thank you. My other bags, baby. Them other bags that are down there. Oh, the lunch bag? Yes, bring that and the other one. No, bring the whole bag. The whole bag? Yeah, the whole bag. No, down there. Oh. Yes. Oh. This boy over here dumbfounded. He probably need a nap. Okay. All right. Not too many people can live their lifestyle off of $666. So that's why. It's going to be perfect for people that are looking for good jobs, it's kind of similar to a crown of success ritual, only it's not considered to be a crown of success ritual. Thank you, sweetie. It's not considered to be a crown of success ritual, but it's an unblocker. So basically, if you feel stuck, hey, what are you doing? Stop trying to do that. What that? I don't understand. A boy, I'm gonna have to throw a little salt next time he take a bath. I'm gonna put a little salt in his bath. He got a mischievous spirit on him or something. That child. Um, he's still late. He think it's cute, child. What's wrong with this boy? Okay, so a money unblocker ritual would be needed for, like, maybe if you are an entrepreneur, maybe you're self-employed, and maybe you are in real estate sales, maybe you're in some kind of field that requires sales, or you just want to increase your money. So it's for a money increase. Now I do offer a just a general money ritual for $333 for money growth. But I think that when you're blocked, that's a totally different thing if you have a money blockage. Okay. So, it may be a job that you're seeking. It may be a certain amount of money that you're seeking. That's probably going to be more than, I mean, all of my, okay, it'd be different if I charged $200,000 per ritual. I mean, if you had $200,000, you'd probably be somebody rich and famous. And if you came to me and said, Jamila, I got a problem that I need to pay you 200 grand for, I'm gonna be like, oh Lord, let me ask my spirits if I need to even touch that. But otherwise, that would be the reason. That would be the reason why. Okay. So, and I'm pretty sure that, like, sis, y'all already, the people that understand this, they already know. So, that I kind of didn't even really need to explain that. Yeah, Ashley Rose, I feel the same way. I'd rather have money and financial stability than fame any day. Fame is not important to me. How you doing, Ashley? Girl, yes. Yes, and that boy is a water sign. He's like a Pisces god though. That's a special child. He is very special. He has Pisces in 8 placements in his chart, going all the way down. I have never seen anything like it before in my life. So yeah, I was at, and I was like, well, that's why he's so, oh my God, that child was so sensitive well, as he got older, and and then also things that were happening. Um, he used to be very sensitive to people talking about him. Okay. Like, when it was a bunch of grown people talking about him and they were talking about him negatively. But I've gotten him to the point where he's very protected, and he just be like, happy, happy kid. He is. Yeah. But yeah, that was a trip. Right. Yeah, Raina, you're right. It is something to where, and that's the thing about spiritual work or whatever. It's an investment, and it's a very good investment. Okay. And so a lot of people think just because spiritual items are kind of cheap, which not all spiritual items are cheap, But a lot of people think because those are cheap that spiritual work should be cheap, and that's not the case. Now, my cord cutting ritual for one person is 111. That's all it is 111. Uh, but the multiple one, if you're cord cutting from multiple people, that one's $444. Yeah. Thank you. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I definitely have a definite good relationship with all of my kids, and that ain't gonna change, not ever. You said my baby is marine life, huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, Ashley, you did. You was in my in you were was that fall, was you in the fall equinox circle? I can't really remember right now. Yeah, and I also make sure that I work with you guys, you know what I'm saying? If you are having trouble or need help, that's just like last night. I swear to y'all, I was like, sometimes I'll do work for y'all and that stuff will start churning, and it'll start breaking out and breaking free. And I just be like, girl, drink you plenty of water, maybe turn on your humidifier. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think in Raina, some people are not ready. They just not ready. I know that when I decided to uh, you know, dive back into it, I was ready. I wasn't ready the first time, which was like what, 20 years ago or almost 20 years. I think it was probably like maybe 15 to 16 years ago. And I just wasn't ready. I didn't know enough. Um, but when I was ready, I was ready. And it wasn't that I was feeling bad. I wasn't. I was in total bliss just with my kids. And I had my little housing voucher, and and my kids were safe, and they were just, we was just a family. But I decided, oh, I want to buy a house, and I want to, step up the game and stuff, and make sure that, because you can't leave your kids a Section 8 voucher. You can't do it. Okay, it's not going to do them any good. Um, and that is when the demons started attacking, and I was ready for them. Okay, and everybody has that right, because a lot of people will tell you, well, you got them kids, and and the father, your ex-husband, he ain't doing nothing. So I guess that just means that you know you're just screwed. You're supposed to have this cycle of poverty in your family, which my grandmother, I can promise y'all that she had 7 kids, and my grandmother never lived in poverty, and she had 7 children. So that, on my maternal side of the family, that's not an issue. Poverty is not an issue. Hmm. Oh, you got an air sign, son? I don't have any air sign children. If I had an air sign child, I definitely would have to be able to spend a lot of time with you. Air sign children require a lot of attention from their parents. They do. Cool. Well, I'm glad I could help you. Definitely, definitely. And so I am going to show you guys that ritual that I am offering. But I'll show you guys how to do it, how I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be definitely a vibe. And so I'll be back to hang out with y'all a little bit later. I'm just going to put up a video. I'm going to put it up on TikTok first, and then I'm going to upload it on here showing y'all that multi-person cord cutting. Be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, he is. You talking about Jacob? Oh my God, my Jacob is such a cool kid. He is. He's such a cool kid. He has a great personality. He does. And he's funny. He's already funny. He's got a nice sense. He's got a good sense of humor already. So, you know. Oh, it's okay, Ashley. It's okay. I understand. I understand. And honestly, I am still taking people in for the for our Sam Hain ritual, but I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of client work, focused client work. Hmm. So, yeah. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I'll try to give you guys a heads up before I actually go live or whatever. I'll try to get the show set up so that I can have a kind of a larger audience. I think it's going to be nice though. I think it's definitely a big ritual. Do I feel that a money unblocker is going to work if you just have like one candle and you just light it? It could, but I think that you want to when we light these, especially because I'll be using 7-day candles. When we light these candles, it's good to feed these candles. So it'll be a lot of stuff. You guys will see it that will be feeding this work. Okay. And it's how a ritual should look. I mean, you can just light a candle, you can consecrate the candle, and that more than likely will work. But what I found is that the more energy and time and the more elements that you use, the more energy that you use, the better the outcome and the faster the outcome too. Okay, so it's going to be pretty cool. So I will be seeing y'all in a little bit here. I am getting ready to, y'all. I need to get me a herb re up. I got to get me some Malayan leaf. I got to get some angelica root. It has just been so crazy. It has been. Us witches with our sons and daughters, we are so important because right now it seems like so many people are practicing death. It's like, I'm just ready to die. And I've heard them talking and they want to bring everybody into that. Oh, ain't you tired of the world? No. Well, you've been having all those issues. So you ain't tired of living? No, I'm not. And it seemed like the ones that want to stop the witches, because I truly believe that a lot of us witches, even though there are some witches, boy, you mess with them or oh my God, are you doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing? Them witches will, ooh, Lord. So I'm not saying that you only have to be a love and light witch. I'm not saying that, because I think that the dark stuff is good too. But when somebody is attacking somebody unprovoked, that's a sickness. or either it's, you know, maybe somebody trying to take advantage. And Saint Michael does see that as an abuse of power. He's very supportive of the witches, but when you start to abuse your power and you just want to bully somebody, or you know, or you want, like, I think every witch should have her own queendom. And I, you know, if she invites me to her queendom with love and light and support, I will visit her queendom with the utmost respect. But when somebody tries to trespass on another witch and it's just like, oh, you are under my foot and you under my stuff, and it's like, but what do I like? What? Excuse what? Wow, that's kind of weird to me. Cause it's like, yeah, but I'm not bothering your queendom. You know, you have your queendom and I'll have mine. And no, I'm gonna destroy you. And Michael, 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 we got a live one here. Jacob coming. Why did Jacob start running up the steps when I said Michael? You know. So anyway, I love you guys. I will be seeing y'all very soon, a little bit later. I'm about to get this area because I had already had everything cleared up because I don't know, whenever Michael comes in, you know, he starts clearing spaces and stuff and clearing things out. And so so I got like my boxes and stuff and candles, boxes of candles and stuff in here that, you know, and so he's been helping me organize and just really, really watching over me a lot. You can really, really feel his presence and his healing energy a lot. So, you know, and I'm very grateful and I have faith in that. I do. I have faith. Um, so yeah, I will be seeing y'all in a little bit. Okay. All right. Y'all take care. Get y'all something to eat or something. I know I'm about to drink me some more water. I've been pushing the water here lately because a few weeks ago I'm convinced that I got a little dehydrated a few weeks ago. So all right, guys, I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Blessings. Bye.